Hello and welcome to another video, and I'm a bit of a dumbass. Why? Because sometimes I buy things and they never actually get around to opening them. I bought a box just over a year ago now, so June 2018, and it cost £20 from Game, and I just never got around to opening it. I know what's inside it, and then something prompted me to open it just now basically. As I talk now, it's June 14th, 2019. And that box, as I say, it was 20 quid, and it's an Ouya. You might only get an Oo with a Taifu, but I get an Oo with an Ouya. Well, obviously not really, because it's taken me a year to get around to opening this damn thing. And the reason I'm sort of getting around to it now is because I understand that the whole thing will be going away very shortly. They're shutting down the Ouya servers apparently. So if you don't do it, oh, they took it out the wrong way. If you do nothing with it, then you won't be able to download any games. I think they're shutting down on the 25th or 26th of June. So, and so begins a revolution. The revolution will be televised or YouTubeized, whatever, you know. Actually, might put that on my desk at work, why not? What do we get with it? We get an HDMI cable. How exciting. Then we get the controller, which is it's not terrible. Doesn't feel, buttons are clicky, as they say, nice and clicky. The D-pad, D-pad, it's alright, it's not PlayStation 4, there's a sort of thing where the PlayStation button would be, it's just a bit, yeah, the controllers are alright. Now, that's, can you see that? What's wrong with this picture? If you sort of see just under the buttons, and I think just found it a minute ago. Just under the buttons and under that thumbstick there, if it focuses in, it's all a little bit scratched. Okay, it's 20 quid, and well, if I paid 100 quid for that, I would not be happy at all. Does this thing take batteries? I have absolutely no idea. I'm confused. Dom. This thing has no way to seemingly charge it up, no port to charge it up with, and no way to put batteries in. So is it a lithium ion battery inside like the PlayStation 4, or does it just yeah? It's, in fact, it's like on that right hand, the left hand side is fine, but on the right hand side it's really scratched. Anyway, if I can't put batteries in, I can't do much with it anyway. We have a power cable. That's and because I'm in the UK, the UK power socket plug thingy. Yeah. Smell my plug, you mother. And of course we've got the Ouya box. Take off the plastic. Bit of plastic on the side as well. It's a little bit rank. And we have, I've seen inside one of these because I saw, which side is it? That side. I saw Spawnwave's video where he just took the whole thing apart basically. And quite frankly, if it turns out to be a complete white elephant and it doesn't even work after 2 weeks from now, then you could sort of disembowel the ins and outs of that and turn it into a plant pot. It feels quite weighty, but it's. I'm not going to take it apart myself, but I understand there's just a single card in there, no sort of motherboard as such, just a card. So I paid 20 quid for this. If I paid 100 quid, I would not be particularly happy for what sounds like a glorified Android box, albeit it's a fancy one, but a bit like the Atari VCS that's coming at some point, March 2020. I'm sure. Well, there's no instructions with it, so I guess time to plug it in and see what happens. Yeah, so this This thing is weird. Makes some very, very weird noises completely. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, as you'll see, you get a chance to pair up to 4 Ouya controllers. How exciting. And this is the first problem. It seems to take ages to connect the first one via Bluetooth. Well, I've only got one, so there's only one to connect. Now, when you look at that, I did manage to find out where the batteries go. If you look at the controllers themselves in the background there, those silver sections on the on the controller, they actually come off, but with a fair bit of force. You actually have to prise them off with a pen or a screwdriver. So why they couldn't just, after all the money they must have had in a Kickstarter or whatever it was, they couldn't just simply make one that disconnected a small bit and then you put 2 batteries in together at the back, say, rather than putting 1 battery in each side of the controller. It just, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yeah, that's not you, that's me. The thing's making some funny noises as it goes on. It's just rather unfortunate. Yeah, this... It sounds like a toilet flushing. It's very disconcerting. In fact, I'm just going through a number of the different settings there, and yeah. Anyway, I paired it with my Wi-Fi network to just connect it up. So I thought I'd then try and there we go again. I thought I'd try and update it because if it's going to be Are we done yet? Sounds like Ferris Bueller's keyboard. Anyway, so I set it to update the system because I thought, well, if it's going to not be able to do this in 2 weeks, I may as well just get it done now. Why not, right? Can't go wrong, yeah? And while it's doing this, just look at the top left, it says Adam Sami, ADAMSAMI. Elsewhere in the whole thing, in the settings, I think, I've not shown it here, there was an email address it was also registered to. So this is supposed to be a new item, and someone else has already registered it. This is a return. I paid £20 for something new that's actually a return. So Game sells new items, sells old used items as new. That's a disgrace. That's absolutely pathetic. Well, let's see what we can try and, extract from this. Adding the fun. Yay. Downloading system update. Downloading the awesome source. Your update's finished downloading. Click to apply it and restart your controller. Oh. Sounds like I've got something wrong with my stomach. Preparing update. Buckle up. Prepping for installation. Do not turn off your Ouya or unplug the power while the update is applying. What can possibly go wrong if you did? You might have even more fun. Now, why allow it to do it just one time only when I could make it remember the choice forever? For all the difference it makes, because I'm only ever going to do this once anyway. So I set it to do that. Shutting down. That's probably the best thing this machine ever did, shut down. If at this point you're wondering why the video is a bit long, it's because there's a load of gameplay coming up. So you don't have to sit through all of that. Anyway, it's rebooted and it's now doing the Android update thing. Oh, great. Signature verification failed. What the hell does that mean? I tried Googling that and it just came up with things on Google that just related to phones, problems updating Android. So is this a problem that have they sort of balked the server already? Have they just completely knackered it? Anyway, at this point, as you can see, I had to just sort of power it off automatically. Well, power it off by holding the button down on the top, and then it's now rebooting. Is it dead? Is it not coming back? Well, sorry, I've already told you there's going to be gameplay, so you know it's not completely dead. But yeah, it doesn't have to take a while to come on. It's like the opening to James Bond, isn't it? Ooh. And it takes its time. Get a load of that sound. Now somehow I ended up doing this a second time. Quite why, I don't know. The only thing I managed to sort of do to get around this in the end was to switch off my internet. And that way it just couldn't download any software, and it just sort of had to not download anything, and it just gave up, and then it actually stayed on. So anyway, I think this is just, it's having a second go at trying it. So this is it. I thought the whole unit was stuck in a complete loop. No, it's just, well, it was stuck in a complete loop, but I managed to stop it. So here we go again. It's trying again. Can you hear a fan? That's because I've got a fan on. No fanny business. Herding cats. This is fun, isn't it? I'm glad I spent this £20. Let me just knock that off. Oh, there we go. When I got it back to the menu, we got software. And we have a web page that isn't available. Yeah, the sound is horrible. I mean, when you're actually playing the game, the sound doesn't sound too bad. But for some reason, when I captured it with my Elgato HD60S, it just sounds like a bloody bees trapped inside it. I don't know quite how the sound has come out that way. Anyway, that's one of the games. I forgot what that was called. A motorbike or something or other. It's like a mobile phone game. Yeah. Then we have this ball game where you've just got to roll your ball around this terrible maze. The graphics are rubbish. Modern mobile phones do better than this. Okay, so the Ouya was from a few years ago. But you have you roll your little marble orb thing round the maze, and if you lose your orb, you can die and go. You might need more orbs. How do you get more orbs? You can buy them. Yeah, this is basically what this Ouya is. I played 3 games, and it was all about trying to force you to buy stuff, microtransactions. It was just an absolute joke. It really was. So somehow I made it to the end of the first level. Somehow, is this the second level? I don't know. I'm losing track now. Yeah, somehow the second level was even easier than the first one. Just absolute trash. I just It's like, do you wish to play again? You have selected no. It's like Lee Carvello's putting challenge. So I went back into the main menu and went to see what other games there could be. Shadowblade, that looks quite interesting. Oh, my internet connection isn't playing nice. What a surprise. That's because I turned the bloody thing off because I didn't want it balking on me again. Shadowblade. This wasn't a terrible game, but it does play like a mobile phone game. But then it's, what do you expect from this little unit? I should take this news to Sensei immediately. The Amida clan is rising once again. Yeah, you don't need to know what the plot is. It plays actually quite nicely, but it gives you 7 levels out of however many... Not levels, 7 sort of scenes out of 1 level. And that's about all you get for free. And then if you want to play any more, you have to pay for it. And I don't think the servers are still... Well, you can see what had happened when I tried to update things anyway. That didn't work, so I very much doubt that actually... I'm certainly not going to pay anything to see whether or not the game works properly. See whether I can... I don't want to sort of spend money and then find I don't even get a game out of it. The 20 quid was enough. So it's just sort of Prince of Persia kind of thing, but you may as well just go and buy Prince of Persia on Steam or whatever. At least, that'll work. Steam or Ubisoft Uplay thing, whatever you're going to get on it. So yeah, you can see this. This has pretty much been a complete waste of time. The Ouya is, it was £20. Whether or not you can buy them, well, you can buy them on eBay. I've seen them on eBay, but I wouldn't even bother with that because all you're doing is buying something that just shows you a load of demos at best, and you can't seemingly you can't actually buy any games proper on it anyway. In fact, if you've got an Android phone, you may as well just find the same games on there if you're that desperate to play them, and do that. It's just a massive disappointment. I heard it wasn't great. I remember at the time when they were coming out, I tried to see if I could get one for review. I couldn't, and now I see why. It's just absolute junk. It really is. And I've had to, as I'm sort of watching this back, I'm having to turn the sound down because it's just distorted. It's just how it's come out so bad. I don't know. It certainly wasn't showing this, in that form when I was capturing it. So, awful, 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 awful. Well, what we'll do, because it's there, I may as well show it. I'll show you all the gameplay that I caught from this game up until I stopped playing it. And at the very end of it, spoiler alert, you will see that I shut down the unit, never to switch it back on again. The box is now just sort of sat there on my table. Looks quite nice, but as an actual functional piece of hardware, it's junk. Absolute crap. Just, don't bother. If you find it for a £5 or a couple of quid in a garage sale or car park sale, whatever you call them, you might want to buy it for a laugh. But yeah, don't expect anything exciting. I certainly wouldn't. So I'll let you enjoy the other levels. Well, enjoy or endure. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. And click on the little bell to get all those notifications. And once we've all done with this, then I'll cue Genesis. Over and out. Hello and welcome to Lee Carvello's Putting Challenge. Do you want to play again? You have selected No.